My brothers and sisters in Christ, a very happy feast of St. Nicholas to all of you. Many Catholics know that the name of Santa Claus is derived through language translation from St. Nicholas. Many don't perhaps know how or the story of why. St. Nicholas, or St. Nicolaus of Myra, the 4th century bishop and saint, is a saint, a Greek-speaking bishop of a town at Myra, a town in modern-day Turkey. But as a bishop there, like many of the early saints, there's many legends attached to him. But two of the most prominent, I think, are of great benefit for us to pray upon during this season of Advent. The first is the direct connection to Santa Claus, which is the very name. You could perhaps hear some similarity just in the name St. Nicolaus, but when you go to the Dutch, there's two versions of it, but Sinterklaas is one of them for St. Nicholas. You can quickly figure out how Sinterklaas becomes Santa Claus. And so the story of St. Nicholas that has given birth to the now universal figure is the story in which St. Nicholas provided in secret gifts for a particular family in need. This was a story of a man left in poverty who had 3 daughters, and they were so poor he couldn't provide dowry to marry off his daughters, and it came to St. Nicholas's attention that the man was considering putting his daughters into prostitution because they were so destitute. And so St. Nicholas proceeded over the course of 3 separate events to throw in during the night gold in a sock through the window to provide one at a time for a dowry for each of the 3 daughters so that they could avoid this horrible fate and be married off joyfully by their father. And so the idea of the gift giving, and particularly of the stockings hung out, the gifts provided from the mysterious visitor during the night, comes from the great generosity of St. Nicholas, Sinterklaas. And when we pair this with another particular, perhaps one of the most famous legends surrounding St. Nicholas, which was his role during the Arian controversy, and particularly at the events at the Council of Nicaea, the famous slap heard during all that. I don't need to concern itself with that. If you're familiar with the story, you know. If not, you can look it up. But regardless, history records very strongly that St. Nicholas's diocese was untouched by the Arian controversy at a time when the majority of the bishops and much of the church fell into this heresy. But St. Nicholas was steadfast, and all the legends that happened afterwards kind of spring from this, the steadfastness to the truth of Jesus Christ. I share that as 2 legends because during this time, we are called to be a people of the truth. Christmas is about a very sacred truth. It's easy for the secular world to water that down, but it's about a very sacred truth that we need to proudly proclaim, that the God of heaven and earth took flesh, became one of us, so that we might have life. But second of all, it is a season of charity. It's a season of loving service, of loving generosity to others. And so in this spirit, may we not fall into the trap of the world that would pit love and truth against one another. Often truth is seen as something hostile to be rejected, when in fact, there is no truth without love, and there is no love without truth. And so, St. Nicholas, as a human being, points us to the perfection of love and truth united in the Word made flesh, Jesus Christ, whose coming we are preparing for. And in St. Nicholas, we find an ideal to hold up in this season, that we may indeed stand boldly for our Catholic truth and do it in the fullness of love and generosity. Saint Nicholas, pray for us.